Once a tourist resort and haven for wildlife, California's largest lake, the Salton Sea, is now one of the most polluted.
High levels of salt and toxic chemicals have killed most of its fish and also threatens local residents, as VOA's Michael Sullivan reports from Bombay Beach, California.
Holiday destination, Salton Sea is the largest inland lake in California, 56 kilometers long. From the 1950s through 1970s, it was a weekend getaway. Now distant memories for Dean McAfee, who is standing on the site where his favorite bar once stood.
Get up and ride your motorcycle out in the desert if you wanted to, or ride your dune buggy out there, then come back and go water skiing and fishing, and there was everything here.
Today, the town of Bombay Beach is an artist colony in a region where the main industries are agriculture and energy production. A 1905 flood from the Colorado River created the modern lake when water crashed through the gates of a canal. It was accidental, but part of an age-old cycle spanning millions of years.
So the sea's never been stable. It's always been either filling up or drying out. We have evidence for that going back to almost 3 or 4 million years ago.
Runoff from agriculture replenished the modern lake's water, but also polluted it with pesticides and other contaminants. Now the Salton Sea is shrinking, exposing part of the former lake bed now laced with toxic dust.
The levels of the inflow have decreased in the latest years because of the use of the water has improved. Farmers are using the water more efficiently, and therefore not enough water gets into the Salton Sea, and then that's why it's receding.
Public health workers say pollution from the exposed lake bed worsens asthma symptoms. The director of a social service agency says so does pollution from Mexicali, Mexico.
Multiple contaminants, and we're right by the border, so we get enormous amounts of transport of pollution coming from Mexico. Because again, we get characterized as a rural community. Well, we might appear to be rural, but we are basically suburban to a metropolitan area of over 1 million people right across the border.
Some ideas to save the lake include bringing in more water, like an ambitious scheme to build a canal to channel seawater 200 kilometers north from Mexico's Sea of Cortez. Meanwhile, government agencies and a native tribe that owns some of the land and lake bed are working to restore the natural habitat for wildlife and people.